Finding reliable contractors and employees for your social media marketing agency can honestly feel like a daunting task if you don't know where to look. Fortunately for you guys, this is going to be the last video that you're going to need to watch as to how to hire contractors or even where to go ahead and find them. This is the same exact process that I have been using to hire media buyers, virtual assistant, admin assistant, as well as 6 graphic designers and video editors for my agency. Now, for some odd reason, some of the stuff I'm going to share with you guys in this video, I've seen other YouTubers, they tend to hold this information or they don't give you all the information. But in this video, I'm going to show you guys everything, all the places that, people don't want you to know about, as well as the exact things that you should be looking for. So I implore you guys to watch this video in its entirety, because like I said, this will be the last video you'll need to watch if you are looking to hire employers or contractors, whether that be administrative assistants, virtual assistants, media buyers, graphic designers, any sort of talent for that matter. And at the end of this video, you're going to be able to have access to, again, the exact document as to where to find these people, as well as the exact protocol and questions that I ask when looking to hire contractors. Now, this video is just one of 15 videos in our free SMMA training, which is available at our school community. So if after watching this video you find it valuable, I highly recommend that you go ahead and click the link in the description and join our free school community. As a member of the free community, you not only have access to in-depth training, but you're also going to be able to get access to all of the downloadable materials that I personally use at my agency. On top of that, you're going to be able to have direct access to me where you can ask me any questions you may have and get an answer the same day. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the training. So by the time you finish watching this video, you are going to have a thorough understanding as to where is the best place to hire a employee or a contractor for the least amount possible. Okay. Now this is going to be cheap for us, whether you're living in the US, Canada, or UK, and it's going to be much lower for people in a third world country. But if you think about it, it's actually going to be better for them, and which I'll explain to you what I mean shortly. So yeah, make sure you watch this video till the end, because I'm actually going to go ahead and give you access to this questionnaire sheet, which you will find linked down below, as well as this sheet. I'm actually also going to show you an example, a real life example of a bunch of different questions and the actual form that we have these VAs fill out, so we can go ahead and vet them and see if they're actually worth getting on a call with, as well as show you exactly where to go for these to find these people. Now, to go ahead and get started, what we're going to learn in this video is first what type of contractors to hire. In other words, like what type of contractor, not necessarily the service that they do, but the type, which over here I mean like from a second or third world country. Next, we're going to go ahead and go over where to find these contractors, so the different websites that we find, how much to go ahead and pay these contractors, so you can have a general idea as to what the pay would be for these types of contractors. And then lastly, we'll go ahead and go over how to qualify potential contractors. So first thing to go over is what type of contractors to hire. Well, I recommend you hire from overseas. Okay, so for example, the average salary in a second and third world country is anywhere between $200 a month to $400 a month, compared to, let's say, someone in the US or the UK where the average salary is $2,000 to $5,000 a month. Guys, I just came from living 2.5 years in Egypt, and $400 a month goes a long way there. So you can imagine, $1,000 a month. Okay, like people living in these third world countries, sometimes, I see some people are like, well, why are you paying these people very little? You should be paying them the same amount you would pay someone in the US. And it's like, no, the cost of living out there is different than out here. This is why, people go hire from there for cheaper talent. And the second thing to hire from overseas is that these individuals are very loyal, and they just want a promising opportunity where they can work from home and take care of their families. Like I've hired, for my personal agency and for my personal tasks, I probably hired at least 15 people, but for the program that we're putting together, literally we've hired about 200 people. Okay, and I know it's going to be in the thousands, within the next year or two. And I can tell you guys, like, most of these people are very loyal. They just want a job where they can work from home. They don't want to go out in the sun. They don't want a hard label job. They just want a job where they can work from home. And these people, tend to pay close attention to their work because, again, they value the opportunity. So this is the reason why we would hire from overseas as opposed to hiring from the US or the UK. One last thing I do want to mention here, I guess we're going to talk about it here. Let's actually go ahead and talk about it right now, okay? One last thing is, the people that say, well, why don't you pay these same people, the same salary that you would pay someone in the US? I mean, I can tell you guys right now, like, even though I'm showing you $200 to $400 a month, I take care of the contractors that work for me and my employees, which I'll actually show you shortly. My media buyer makes on average about $8,000 a month. Someone living in India getting paid $8,000 a month. That is insane. That's almost 1 million rupees, okay, which is really great. So I take care of my people. But even if you pay them, the prices that I'm telling you right now, think about it. It's still good for them, okay? It's good for them because, in their country, they might make, $200 to $400, and they would have to bust their ass for literally 10 hours a day, 7 days a week. So the fact that they can work from home and make the same amount or more is great. Okay, so don't be discouraged by people saying you should be paying them the same salary as someone in the US. These people have never ran a business, and they honestly, quite frankly, just don't know what they're talking about. Next thing is how to pay to your contractors, or how much to pay your media buyer or contractor. Now, this video is really centered around media buyer, but this is really for hiring any talent. And if you are in our paid program, you guys should know that we actually are going to hire and train and vet these contractors and implement them in your business. Our done-for-you social media marketing agency blueprint. We actually do this for you, from media buyer to video editors to any talent that you need. But if you're watching this video and you don't join the program, I still want to provide you as much value as possible. This is where I'm actually going to go ahead and show you how much to pay them, where to look, and all that good stuff. But again, if you want to bypass all this and just get someone implemented in your business, well-trained and everything, then please do go ahead and contact us on how you can join our done-for-you social media marketing agency blueprint program. Nonetheless, option one is you can pay them a monthly fee. Okay, so how much to pay them? You can pay them a monthly fee. Again, I'm talking about media buyer here, but really for any contractor, of $300 to $700 a month, and these people can manage anywhere between 3 to 5 clients on multiple platforms. Okay, now this right here is objective, right? Like, when I say 300, 700, it depends on the expertise that person have, okay? There's some media buyers that literally have spent like $10 million. They've been working for like 6, 7, 10 years with other agencies, and they spent, $5 to $10 million in ads. So these people are well experienced. So for them, they might actually ask for a little bit more, $1,500 to $2,000. But the average price is going to be anywhere between $300 to $700 for managing anywhere between 3 to 5 clients on multiple platforms. Now, this is option one, and this option is good if you are able to afford a media buyer with first few clients that you already have. Now, what's cool, even if you don't have the money to hire this media buyer, once you get a client, you can then go ahead and hire the media buyer. You just want to make sure that there isn't a lot of downtime. So, because if you close a client and then you hire a media, it takes you 2 weeks to get a media buyer, the client is going to be like, hey, why aren't the ads up and running? This is why, again, it's important to have the media buyer ready. But again, this is a good option for if you can't afford $300 to $700 or even $300 to $1,000 a month to hire a media buyer. Option two, okay, is a percentage of revenue. Okay, so this means that a percentage of the revenue based on the results they generate your client. So this option is good when you're starting out. Hence, you will only pay the media buyer based on how much they're able to generate your clients. Plus, you only pay them once you get paid from your client. So this option it's a hit or miss, to be honest with you. This is personally the option that I go to with my media buyer because, again, I want to take care of him. He's a good guy. Gets our clients great results. And with this right here, what we're essentially saying is that you will not come out of pocket to pay your media buyer only 30 days after they start working with your client. To give you an example, if you hire a media buyer, they generate your client in 1 month $20,000, and then you charge your client 10% of revenue. That means the client is going to pay you $2,000. Then your media buyer will get a percentage of that $2,000 that they generate you. Okay, so that's what we mean here with a percentage of revenue. Now let me actually show you guys, so you guys know that I'm not lying. A real life example of how much I paid my media buyer. So this is one transaction. This is our LLC, AdLogic, and as you can see here, AJ, right? I paid him $10,485. Okay, this is 1 month. This is 30 days worth of work, guys. 850,000 rupees. Okay, that is unheard of, paying a media buyer this much in India. Okay, like honestly, like find me someone else who's paying their media buyer this much. The reason I paid him this much, guys, is because I gave him the option. I was like, do you want to get paid monthly, or do you want to get paid a percentage of revenue? He said, I'd rather get paid a percentage of revenue, and I'm okay with that. So in this month, it was our best month. We generated all of our clients over $1 million in the month of November of 2022. So the way it works is that we get 10% of the revenue we generate our clients. AJ gets 10% of that revenue. So my agency made $110,000. AJ was subject to 10% of that, which came out to a little over $10,000. So in 1 month, I paid AJ $10,000. Okay, and he makes anywhere between $5,000 to $10,000 any given month. Okay, so this is option 2, and the reason he wanted this is because if he didn't choose this option, he would get paid about $1,500 to $2,000 a month. But now he's incentivized to actually generate more money because how much money he makes is based on the revenue that we generate our clients. Now, you don't have to do this with your media buyer, but what I've realized, guys, is that you want to incentivize the people that you work with to do the best results possible. So, for example, for my VA, what I do is, she basically filters through a bunch of leads, 10,000 leads per month. She filters through them. She manages the outreach and all that stuff. It's actually something that we do for you as well. If you join our social media marketing blueprint done for you program, we'll actually implement appointment setters in your program, and we'll have them outreach on your behalf and book calls on your behalf. So for me personally, when they book calls for me, what I do is I pay them an extra $25 per book call, and an extra $150 if that person actually becomes a client. Now, for me, $150 is little compared to how much I can make from that client. Right off the bat, the client's going to pay us $2,500 plus 10% of revenue. So the fact that I can pay them $150 really is nothing, but that goes a long way for them. Okay, so even though I'm paying them, $300 to $700 a month for these appointment setters, they're able to make more money. They're incentivized to make more money when they book a call, as well as when they go ahead and when that call that they book becomes a client. So I recommend that you do this as well to incentivize good culture and incentivize your employees and contractors to do the best work possible. Because although they're still getting paid great compared to what they would be working in their country, you want to still go ahead and incentivize them. This is what I've realized from my own experience, not only with AJ, allowing him to make up to $10,000 a month, but also with appointment setters where they get incentivized to book more calls, do the best outreach that they can. So that is the next step as to how to pay your contractors. Again, option 1 can be just a flat fee, and then option 2 can be a percentage of revenue that they generate you. And then I guess you can also add on there, you can pay them bonuses based on milestones. So for example, if they book a call, if in this case appointment setters, or if they get you a client to actually go ahead and schedule a call and actually close them as a call. Now, next step is places to find contractors. Now, guys, I don't know, honest to God, like my job here, like my goal with, these videos, whether on YouTube or whether in the school community, is to give you all the value for free. Because to be honest, 90% of the people are not going to take action, and even if 100% of the people take action, I want you guys to buy into our Done For You program, because you are like, dude, this guy's providing so much value. I can only imagine what he's providing once I actually pay him money to join, their Done For You program. And I say that to say that I don't know why a bunch of agency owners online keep this information away from you, like the places where to find contractors. Like OnlineJobs.PH, there's few people that talk about this. And when they talk about it, they say, oh, it's not good. It's not good. Guys, this is the best place to find contractors. This is where I hire all of my contractors from. Quite frankly, if you join our program, this is where we hire the people, that are going to be your appointment setters or media buyers. We hire them from OnlineJobs.PH, okay? And the only difference is that you're actually going to have to train them and go through all this process. We do all that for you. But again, I'm not scared to give you guys all this information for free, because guess what? If you can make some money with it, great, man. Kudos to you. If you decide to, join us, then even better. My goal is to provide you everything for free and have you, go out there and try to crush it. If you decide to join, great. If not, totally fine. Because I honestly wish to have someone that was transparent, showing me all this stuff when I was going through my agency journey, starting out and not having enough money to purchase a program. Nonetheless, I digress. The first place to find Facebook contractors is Facebook groups. So again, I literally gave you guys links to these Facebook groups. You can click on these links and join these Facebook groups, and you'll find media buyers from all around the world that you can hire for very little money compared to, let's say, that in the US. So I literally gave you guys links to these. Okay, so the first place is if you're looking for a contractor or media buyer. I think this one is just for media buyers, but these other pages, they actually have other contractors. First place is Facebook groups, and again, I already did the research and went ahead and put the links here for you. So you simply just be able to click on the links. The next place, which again is my favorite, is OnlineJobs.PH. Okay, and again, if you guys are still watching to this point, keep watching because I'm actually going to show you the questionnaire. So you see here for media buyer, just put a job post out, and I already got a bunch of stuff. Same thing here, 37 responses for appointment setters. So keep watching because I'm actually going to give you this questionnaire and show you what questions to ask to vet these people. Because also, although I'm going to give you these groups and all this information for free, you actually want to make sure you're hiring the right person. So the second one is OnlineJobs.PH. And OnlineJobs.PH is a job board in the Philippines where you can find all types of talents for media buyers, video editors, graphic designers, etc. Okay, this is actually what I'm using right here. Okay, I'm not going to open up, the different job board, but I mean, as you can see here, let's see, so I mean, I've pinned 237 different people, and I mean, just from here alone, guys, honestly, I think almost 300 people that, I have communication with and that are ready to start working right away. So OnlineJobs.PH. Now, you can post a job for free. Okay, you post a job for free, but it takes about 2 days for your job to go live, and then you can only message a certain amount of people. So if you if you want to bypass that, what I recommend you do is actually spend the $67. I believe it's $67 or $70, something like that. And that will automatically allow you to go ahead and upload your job right away. Okay, automatically it will be pinned, and on top of that, you'll be able to post 3 jobs per month. Now, honestly, you can go ahead and sign up to this just 1 month, and you can find who you want within that 1 month. So $67 to find who you want within that 1 month. Totally worth it, guys. Okay, totally worth it. You can message, I believe, up to 150 people in 1 month, but then also people like you see here are going to actually apply. The reason not many people applied here is because I told them don't reply back to this job, fill out the application, and they filled out the application. But over here, as you can see, 202 people actually filled out, and it got almost 2,000 hits. Okay, so this is OnlineJobs.PH. Again, $67, totally worth it. If you don't have the $67, you can go ahead and just use the free. It's going to limit you to how many people you can message, and it also will limit you as to taking 2 or 3 days for the job to be live. Now, the third one is MediaBuyers.com. Over here, you want to describe. You describe your requirements and what you're looking for your media buyer, for your business model. You can look for someone who's full-time, part-time, or a freelancer. This is ideally for agencies that are big spenders. So essentially, agencies that have a lot in ad spend, and also media buyers go through a rigorous vetting process to be added to the platform. So this is actually a really great platform, but if you're starting out, stay away from it because I honestly don't know what the price is. I know it's pretty pricey, but it's also for business owners that for businesses that spend a lot of money in ad spend. I think you actually have to spend a certain amount of money in ad spend in order to actually get a media buyer from here. So for most of you guys, disregard MediaBuyer.com. I did just want to include it in here because I think it's a great resource moving forward for some of you guys, depending on how far you scale your agency. But the first two, honestly, are going to be the best, which is OnlineJobs.PH and Facebook groups. Now, this is great because, again, they go through the rigorous vetting process and all that, but you have to be spending a certain amount in order to get a media buyer from here. And again, guys, if you want to bypass all this, book a call with us, check out our Done For You program, see if it's a good fit for you. We literally do all the due diligence and not only are we providing you the course material from A to Z on how to scale your agency, but we actually put in these people in your business that are well trained to do all this on your behalf. So again, if you want to bypass all this, recommend you book a call and see if we're a good fit. If not, these are the 2 places to look for contractors in regardless of what talent you are looking for. Now, lastly, we get to the questions to ask potential candidates. So before I open up this document and show you how to actually what questions to ask them, the process is going to go like this. Okay, you're going to take these questions that I'm going to share with you, and what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and open up a Google form, and you're going to upload these questions to your Google form. So now what happens is that when someone is interested in this job, they're going to have to go ahead and fill out this form. I'll show you exactly what that looks like, okay? So if we go ahead and take a look at the questions, you see here, we'll basically, let's take a look at the questions. This was for appointment setter, okay? It says, please fill out the form to the best of your ability. How thoroughly you fill out the form will dictate if we move forward with the interview process. Partially filled answers will result in application being discarded. So we're telling them you got to fill this out. If you half-ass this, then we're not going to, consider you. And I recommend you guys do this because you'll see some of these people are like not qualified. Okay, they just want they see the fact that you're going to pay $500 and they want to apply regardless. So make sure you fill this out because the people that actually fill it out properly are most likely going to be people that you can consider getting on a call with. So this is how the process goes. You're going to put out a job board if you decide to go with OnlineJobs.PH. If you decide to go with if you decide to go with Facebook ads, you're simply just going to go ahead and put the form together and then send it to the person that you are looking to hire. If you decide to go with OnlineJobs.PH, you're going to put out the job board, okay? You're going to post the job, and then once people start replying back to the job, you're going to go ahead and send them this link. So the process goes like this. Put a job post out, okay? Send them this document to fill. After that, you're going to look at the responses. Based on the responses, you're going to go ahead and move forward and have those specific people that you think qualify schedule a call with you to actually see if they're a good fit. So that's like this 3-step process. Now let's take a look at what this looks like. So you see when someone gets the sheet, we ask them their first name, their email, a link to their profile. Again, these people we're talking to are OnlineJobs.PH, so we tell them what is your profile. That way we can click it and it takes us automatically to their profile. We tell them to provide us their Facebook and Instagram because we want to see like what kind of people who are these people? I love hiring people that are not out drinking every single night. I love hiring people that are like family oriented, preferably, like people that have kids that have family, because those are the people that are going to pay more attention to their job because they value it versus someone who goes out drinking every single night. So we ask this just to see who the heck are we hiring, because this person is going to be in our ecosystem. Depending on what they're doing, they're going to be handling like sensitive information. We want to know, is this person actually someone that we could trust? And then we ask them questions depending on what the job that we're hiring them for. This is for appointment setter, okay? But essentially, once they're done, you'll see here, you'll actually be able to see individual responses. So you'll see the question and then you'll see the answer. And what I recommend you guys do, this is a trick that we do when we're hiring people for the program, is we tell them, so for example, let's say we're hiring a media buyer, that we will then put into the program for our students. What we tell them is at the last question will be record a Loom video explaining your expertise and why you think you would be a good fit. The reason we do that is because like maybe 75% of the people are going to make a Loom video and then 25 are not. Like I got people that are like, I can't record a video because I'm shy on camera. I'm like, bro, how do you expect me to hire you if you don't even do what the form says? Okay. And then you have people that make this video and their English is amazing. So I'm like, perfect. This person is amazing. You have someone that gets on camera and they don't know how to articulate themselves. Then you might like, okay, this person is not worth moving forward with. So this is why we ask that question. I recommend, regardless of what service you're offering, have them go ahead and record a Loom video talking about their expertise in the service that you're looking to hire them for, and just tell you a little bit about yourself, about themselves. Because that's so valuable, you guys. Like, that is very valuable to be able to see a video of someone before you actually get on a call with them. Because you'll see, this process is very tedious. I actually used to do this, but now I hired my admin VA does this. She will actually interview these people twice before having a final interview with me. So once they make it to those 2 interviews, if they make it through those 2 interviews, then they get an interview with me before we actually go ahead and start training them on the work that they are going to do for our students. So that is the process. Now let's go ahead and look at the questions. Okay, so these are basically questions that I asked for media buyers. Again, if you are hiring someone for email marketing or appointment setting, whatever the case may be, go ahead and change some of these up. But I'm going to give you this document just so you have an idea of what we look for. So for example, when it comes to Facebook ads, you know, things are different past iOS 14. So one question that I really wanted people to know is like, have you ran ads post iOS 14? Because if you have it, then, you know, things are much different now than they were a year ago, right? So this is one question that I made sure I asked. For you, if you're doing Klaviyo or email marketing, or regardless of what service you're offering, you want to make sure you're asking the right questions. For me, as someone who's looking for a media buyer for our students, this is very important. So I wanted to know this, because if they haven't ran ads since iOS 14 update, then they're probably not going to be a good fit, given that the landscape of, you know, Meta has changed tremendously. You know, we asked them, are you currently working with another agency right now? Because if they are, we don't want to hire them. Again, we want someone who's not working with another agency. How much are you currently making your latest job, so we can get an idea of how much they were making. A lot of the times people will lie here and tell you like $1,000 or $2,000. Let them know in the job post that this is how much the job is worth. Like, this job is for this much. So if you're not okay with that, don't apply. Okay. Again, we tell them provide them our Instagram. Over here, you know, we just tell them how well are you able to track Facebook ads using Google Analytics and Google UTMs. This is something that, you know, we cared about. Like, can you actually understand Google Analytics and set up parameters and goals and conversions on a scale of 1 to 10? Again, same here, UTMs. We asked them, how much money have you spent on ads in your entire career? You'll see people say $0, so you can disregard that. You'll see people say $500,000. You see people say $1 million. Explain in as much detail your past marketing experience. So here, we just want to know, like, what kind of marketing did you do in the past? What's funny is I actually hired someone to be a graphic designer, and when they answered a question that's like, can you please tell me your past graphic design, your past creative experience, and they told me that, yeah, I'd just been doing graphic design for 1 year, but I was doing video editing for 5 years, and I ended up hiring him for video editing. So the reason we asked this question in particular is to see what other expertise they have. Here we like to ask this question, which is, tell me something that is very difficult and how did you solve it? You know, depending on like how well they answer it, sometimes you can get to know a lot about a person depending on how they answer this. Ask them, you know, please provide us with your best email so that we can reach out to you. And lastly, include your resume. So depending on what service you're hiring for, let's say you're hiring for Facebook ads or media buying in general, and you're also hiring for video editing, you definitely want someone to provide you with some work that they've done in the past. Because again, guys, people can lie about this. I know I've lied in my past resumes when I was, you know, working a 9 to 5. It's just we lie sometimes because we want to get the job, or we extend the truth. You know, like, even though it's a lie, it's like, you know, how long you've been doing this, and you tell them, oh, I've been doing this for X amount of years. That's exactly what happens here. You know, people will tell you, yeah, you know, I've been doing this for X amount of years, and in reality, they haven't. So you want to see, like, can you provide me some examples, right? Like some screenshots of some of the results that you've generated if you have them. Or can you provide me, if you're hiring someone for a video editor, some of the videos you've edited in the past, you know, links to the YouTube channels that you've worked on. So here you want to just get any material that you can, that we can reference, really just to see like the quality of their work before you move forward. So the whole purpose of this questionnaire, guys, is just to not get on a call with someone who's not worth it. You want to vet these people, okay? You want to make sure, are these people actually worth getting on a call with? So highly recommend you do your due diligence here and, you know, vet these people before you actually get on a call with them, because you'll see you might get 100 applicants, you know, and you don't want to interview all 100 applicants. You want to narrow that down to 20 by filtering out the people that are not a good fit. Okay, so you're going to have access to this questionnaire here. It is going to be linked down below, as well as this document right here. Actually, it's just going to be this document, and when you click this link right here, it'll open up the questionnaire. Feel free to change any of these questions to fit the niche, the service that you're looking to offer. And then, like I said, Google Forms is self-explanatory. What you're going to do is you're actually going to go ahead and go to Google Forms. You'll take these questions, that we have here, and then you'll upload them to this form, and then you'll simply be able to send this person the actual form just by clicking send, and then click this button and then shorten URL and just copy. So you can send them this, they'll fill it out, and then you'll get an email every time someone fills it out. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, hope this video was thorough as to how to find a contractor, where to find them. I mean, this alone right here, guys, is literally worth everything, okay? I'm giving you links to actual pages you can go and hire media buyers and contractors, but also this right here, OnlineJobs.PH. If you can spend the $67, it is worth it. You're going to get some great talent. The only thing you're going to have to do is actually do your due diligence. With that being said, hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next video in this training.